Come on. Welcome everyone to another Real Dad Movement episode. I'm Al and I've got a very special guest, Mr. Paul Garrett. We're just talking about the weather, mate. How's everything going down in beautiful, sunny, chilly, bright?
Yeah, well, no, it's great, mate. We've had a fair bit of rain, but now the autumn's really kicked in and starting to get a few frosts. And got some beautiful sunny afternoons. It's a cracker down here at the moment. Really special.
Pretty famous. I think you're telling me it's famous for. Is it the trees or what's the
autumn leaves, mate. Autumn leaves.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a big draw card. Well, it used to be the only main draw card to the area, but now people seem to get here all year round. It's a very busy community.
Yeah, unreal, mate. And you rake it into big leaves and let dogs just dive into it, or how does it all?
Yeah, no. Well, one of my kids a couple of weeks ago, we raked up a big pile of leaves and he hid inside it, and we called the other kids out, and he scared the shit out of them as they walked. We told our daughter to go and pick them up. And Madeline's gone in to pick them up, and Dane's just roared out of the leaves.
That's awesome.
Scared the absolute crap out of her.
That's so good. I love it, mate. We'll definitely have to. When all the travel and everything lifts up, mate, we'll definitely come out for a visit. That's for sure. It's only 6 hours.
No, it's a good spot, mate.
6 hours drive, mate. That's nothing from where we are.
Yeah,
it's easy.
No, that's right.
Thanks for joining us, mate. And look, what we want to do, guys, is really the point of today's session or episode is to dive into the background of Paul Garrett and his life and what he's done, his achievements. I guess pre-RDM, post-RDM. This is never a sell or a push. I don't do these to try and get other dads to join. We don't need that without being rude. It's about helping connect with fathers who are listening to this and actually resonating with a lot of the personal circumstances, challenges or pitfalls that you might find yourself in that Paul might share with us, and then seeing that there is a way out, But, mate, love to start with, I guess, a bit of your background, mate, and, all the way up to where life is now and some of your story.
Yeah, well, I grew up in this area and went to school in Myrtleford and went right through there to year 12 and then went down to Melbourne, lived down there for a few years and then come back up here and have done various jobs, like from working in the timber industry to working up in the snowfields, driving trucks and all sorts of different things, working in the casino when I was in Melbourne. And and then when I was about 35, I decided to have a bit of a career change and did an apprenticeship as an electrician.
35-year-old apprentice.
Yeah. No, it's good. I've always enjoyed the challenge, and I really enjoyed doing that. And it's a good industry. It really keeps you thinking all the time, and it's been a great experience so far.
That's awesome, mate. Good on you. It's you wouldn't see that too often, like that. Men, dads putting food on the table, just doing what we can to earn a crust. You would see that a lot. There's a pattern of, well, this makes money, so I'm just going to stay there. I'm not going to change or seek that. What was the catalyst for you, mate, at 35 to seek that change and look to find something that you wanted to do?
Well, I don't know. It was more about having a crack at a different opportunity, but I was driving trucks at the time, and I didn't really enjoy it. I was getting out of bed sort of fairly early in the morning, and getting home late at night, not really seeing the family that much. And I needed something, and I didn't want to just have it. I wanted to challenge myself. I didn't want just the run of the mill. I go and stack shelves at Woolies like I always. Like to sort of test myself, and in the end, I found myself doing electrical, and it's been great.
It's awesome, mate. And you have your own business now, do you? Or where are you up to with that now?
Yeah. No, it's good. I've got 2 staff members. It's going on nicely.
Yeah, unreal, mate. And active growing up, always active. Like what changed for you heading into? How old are your kids at the moment?
Well, I've got one 11, 10, and 8. So well, look. As far as just before I joined RDM, like I was finding that, I was just in a groove, get up, go to work, come home, be tired. And, I just didn't feel like I could snap out of it. And I was just in this same groove all the time. But yeah, but since joining RDM and changing a few little tweaks and not having any excuses to doing something for myself and making it happen, it's just all really turned around.
That's outstanding, mate. And what were the big problems though? I guess like you got 3 kids. I've got a third on the way, so I'm about to find out all about being outnumbered. But what were some of the pressures, stresses, issues that you were facing, mate? That I don't know. I guess you felt the need to reach out or look to turn it all around when a lot of people might not. They might just accept it. Like, what were you going through? What was happening?
Well, it was just me. I needed to change. I needed to improve myself. I needed to be a better father for my kids. Instead of coming home from work and just going, I'm having to have a 15-minute power nap and then coming good, but instead coming home and trying to be a part of their lives all the time. But pre RDM, like I'd just come home and all I want to do is go to sleep.
Be tough, mate. I think a lot of men that I speak to, obviously I work with a lot of fathers and most of them are older than me, and I've had the issues being in my mid-30s of being tired and wanting to sleep in the afternoon. So Jesus, mate, I can't imagine early 40s, late 40s. We got a few dads in their early 50s. It just seems to become the norm though. What was it inside you though that clicked and wanted to change? Because a lot of people don't, and that's not judging, but a lot don't. They just accept it.
Well, so like your information was coming to me and I sort of engaged with you. But then I had a crack at something else, and it wasn't going to work, and it wouldn't suit me. And I just had my second corneal transplant just before we actually spoke for the first time, and I was like, "This is it. I've got to change, or else I'm going to die." I've got one foot in the grave. I was 44 years old, high blood pressure, poor diet. Everything else around me was fine except for me. I had to rebuild myself. Like I'd focused on everything else too much and not me. So then once I reached out to you, and like to this point, the rest is sort of history. It was just hard work over summer, and dropped 17 kilos in the first 2.5 months. And just really noticed the difference.
You look different as well, mate. Look completely different to when you started.
Look, I'm really looking forward to this summer. Like it's hard to get out of bed at the moment when it's -1 outside. But it's been a great journey so far, and the team, just the other blokes, the other fathers that I've met and exchanged conversations with, and it's just awesome. It really is.
Yeah, it's an incredible tribe we have, mate. It's something that we really pride ourselves on. Getting the most out of you as an individual by being in the right team environment. You can't buy that, mate. You see sporting teams try, don't you? They try and buy premierships. Doesn't happen.
No, that's right.
But what are some of the biggest? Because we had a chat, and you're like, Al, love to do this with you, but I want to do another one in summer, which is awesome because obviously we'll see the progression of you continue on that linear graph heading up, mate, growing in the life that you want and living the life that you want, entering or into the second half. But what have you noticed so far? What are some of the big changes, man, that have happened for you, mate, and the big shifts for yourself, personally, family, kids, relationship, work, everything? Like what's better now? What's changed?
Oh, just better energy levels. Just I feel that I'm more involved with everything and in control of everything. Like instead of feeling pressure, like it's just like, all right, let's go, let's deal with this, let's deal with that. And your decision making seems to be a lot clearer. And like the kids, like I'll come home, they'll be mucking around. That's it, come on, let's go for a walk. Get them out, let's go. Like because I'm more than happy to go for a walk. Whereas before, we'll go inside and just have a bit of a rest.
It's a fascinating thing, mate, when I talk about everything we do physically affects us mentally, Gaz, because it's the truth, right? Like you say just then, taking the kids out for a walk and doing that, might not have had the energy to do that. You're right, mate. Everything's energy. So why not want to have more? Why not try and get more and be more and do more? And, what's the biggest pitfall that you find as a father? Is it that we don't look after ourselves? Like you said, we don't focus on ourselves as we get older? Or what's some of the biggest challenges that you see or you've seen with other dads that you were there not that long ago that they seem to go through?
For me, the biggest change was nutrition. I'm even through work, like I'm fairly active. So once I got nutrition under control and going in a better direction, it made a massive difference to me. But then with engaging with the group and doing the challenges that are set weekly, and general exercise and movement myself, made massive inroads in every direction.
Mm. It's one thing to get the information, isn't it? It's another to have a platform to consistently take the action you need to. And that's the big thing that I just got from you then. It's great that we've got the nutrition dialed in for you, your lifestyle roadmap. It's all personal for you, but how do you keep doing it? The tribe, engage yourself, the environment,
without a doubt. Those messenger dings in the morning. Shit, someone's up. All right, let's go.
A lot of times it's you now, mate. The mojo man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Outstanding.
Yeah, it's bloody awesome. And usually if you post the first picture in the morning, it's like, oh bloody hell, he's beaten me again.
I love it, mate.
How early do I have to get up?
That's right.
5 a.m.'s not early enough.
That's right.
No, it's awesome. It really is. And it's just such a friendly environment, and we're all on the same path. But we're all heading in the same direction, but probably on a different path. But we're all there for this, to support each other and work each other through any of the little hiccups that you can have. And we all have them. No, it's not. You're only up for so long, and then you'll have a down, and then someone else will be up, and they're little dings in the morning and encouragement, and you see them out there doing it, and you go, oh, all right, let's go, all right, back on it. It's the environment is definitely the number one factor for the success of the men within RDM.
And that's what I love to see, mate. The reciprocal energy and nature of the group is what makes this so powerful, because you're right, there are going to be times where you don't feel like doing it for yourself, or you feel sorry for yourself, or you don't get out of your own way. Sometimes we listen to the bullshit that we tolerate at times, the little version inside, but someone else is winning, right? They're kicking ass. That reinvigorates you, because it's not a juice junkie or a mother, and no disrespect for those two different life types. Like you said, we're all, on the same direction, the same scale of where we want to go in our own paths. And there's a lot of power in that, mate. A lot of rapport and respect I find with that, which makes this so strong.
Absolutely. And and the thing is that with RDM, there's blokes all around the country, everywhere, all around Australia. There's 100 plus dads, all heading in the same direction at different times of the day. Some of us are mojo, some of them are night riders.
That's right.
With the sups, and it's just awesome. Like you'll be going in the afternoon and you'll say, oh yeah, so and so's just done bloody 8Ks. And, oh, that's bloody great. Or someone's just done a 400 rep workout. Mate, legends, great. That's the way. It's bloody awesome.
It's so good.
Not everyone's does it the same way, which is really good.
I like that. It's having that that individuality, but through the purpose of wanting to be the best we can and striving to change our life. It can influence all of us the right way, even though they've got their own individual circumstances. And just for those like the reference, we've got lots of cool little, I guess, quirks with RDM, but one of them is the mojo men. They're the guys who get up and get it done in the morning. And Gaz is one of them. He's certainly one of the leaders spearheading that. Then we've got the night riders, which are the men who do their training and exercise in the arvo, and they're chirping up and popping up in the afternoons and bringing it home strong, mate. It's quite a good cycle that that we see.
Yeah, it is, and it's created a little bit of rivalry there, with the the Mojo. There's a bit of tongue-in-cheek comments between the Knight Riders and the Mojo Warriors.
Yeah, that's right. That is good. For me, it's hard because I train at midday, so I take a little bit of Knight Rider and a little bit of Mojo. So sometimes I'm tired and sometimes I feel energized, but I'm asleep halfway through a workout.
That's that's awesome. That's bloody great. And then, look, the subs have been great for me too. Like I'm probably getting towards the end of my second month on them, and I'm just finding it's a really good balance of helping me with energy and soreness and recovery overnight, sleeping, winding down, hit the pillow and gone.
Yeah. They are phenomenal, man, and I found them be on a compounding level, just improving in my own life. And it's something I love. Like, I don't push and plug. I share some of my videos on my story, so it's up for 24 hours and it goes. But it's everything from the last 20 years of taking supplements myself, seeing the industry, seeing the pitfalls, seeing a lot of the bullshit out there, a lot of the things that just don't help anyone, and then actually creating something specifically and genuine for fathers off the back of all the data I have from the problems, pains, and symptoms that dads face. And here we are, man. 100%. I said it the other day as a joke, but I'm going to keep running with it. Like 100% track record of no regrets. Hashtag no regrets. 100% track record. It's we haven't had one person get it and not like it.
Well, and the taste, like, you actually look forward to it. Like, it's not that of like, oh shit, I can't stand this. Like, it's just, you can bloody drink it. It's beautiful.
It goes down too easy, mate.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's not there. Oh, you stuff this protein in and blah 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 and shake it up. It's just actually, it goes down really well. It's got a nice flavour to it. You've done well there.
Yeah, well, this is a movement, Gaz. That's the big thing I want everyone, especially our fathers listening to this, whether you eventually or ever reach out or join VIP, RDM or not, or different programs and things we offer. It's a proper movement of helping fathers. And we've got big plans. Like we've got memberships where dads stay for life. They don't pay for life, but they stay for life. No one does that shit. They do 28-day dad bod challenges. Off you go. Take it before and after. Let me use that to do some more advertising to get the next dad. Like, that's a fucking joke, mate, in my experience.
Yeah, well, with that 28-day, that was the one I had a little crack at before I engaged with you. And like when I looked back at Christmas time after doing the first 6 to 8 weeks with you, I thought, I've lost 17 kilos. I thought, that 28-day challenge, what do you do? 28 days, what are you going to lose? What, 4 or 5 kilos? And then what? Where are you? What, you go again for another 28 days? So, RDM, the answer for men.
Yes, I like that, mate. That should be. But that's an additional slogan underneath the Greatest Tomorrow Starts Today. And as well as our new shirt range coming out, the hashtag FYT Dads, Fit Dads. Not sure if I could put fuck on a shirt, but I mean, people figure out pretty quickly what it stands for. That's right. But it sounds good, Fit Dads. FYT Dads. It's incredible, mate. No signs of slowing down. But it's funny just touching on Gaz. You said you had one foot in the grave, and it's not that I want you to relive it, and it's not that I'm saying you glossed over it, but there are so many dads out there, man, that they're there, but maybe they see it, maybe they don't.
Well, so going back to March 2016, I had an issue with one of my eyes, and I went to the doctors, and I said to the doctor, I had to get a referral to go and see an eye specialist. So I went, while I was at the doctor's, I said, look, take me blood pressure. So she took my blood pressure, and she nearly bloody fell over. She put me in a quiet room, made me lay down. As I said to her, I said, oh, look, I've been getting some blood noses at night time, this and that. Anyway, but the real issue at that point in time was my eye. So she let me stay there for a little bit and then test me again. Didn't really drop. And then so she gave me some prescription, told me to go straight to the chemist. And then I went and saw the eye specialist, and then it was like, all right, I've got to do something about me. Anyway, so I basically, tried doing a few gym sessions in the morning and this and that, but it was just difficult. And then I think I was probably about 125 kilos at that time. And basically, fell off the wagon with trying that sort of stuff, and then fast forward a couple of years after that, or the 3 years after that, just had my second transplant, and I reckon I was probably high 130s, maybe 140 when we first engaged. And fucking wasn't, who knows? Tick a time bomb, don't know. But I knew that something had to be done. And I had a little dabble with that 28-day shake thing, but that wasn't the answer, and was never going to be the answer, unfortunately for me. Not in that point. If you're a bloke, only 2 or 3 kilos overweight, you want to have a crack at that, sure, that might suit you. But if you need to shift some kilos, you need to be changing your life for the long journey, not just 28 days.
Yeah, and can you see the pattern there? Like, what's the biggest thing you see with all those pills and shakes and lose weight quick, all of them? You see the problem with them as opposed to now what you're doing in RDM?
I'm not on my own. Not on my own. I'm in it with 100 other blokes, and got support staff all around me, contactable, whenever you need them, and the program, set up. You can't fail. If you do what you're directed to do, you can't fail. Even if you only do it 70%, you can't fail. You will get there. It'll just take you longer.
Yeah. It's funny. It's almost like this episode has become a talk about environment and identity, mate, because you're spot on. Like, the environment is so important to life. And then when you couple that with what you said earlier, you needed to change. That's what you don't see. Pills and shakes and all that bullshit doesn't change you. Change at all. It's a product or information, and it's hard, mate. Sorry.
It'd be no different if if you need to submerge yourself. That's all there is to it even with RDM. Like, if you send me, like, if I fill out the stuff that you email me at the start of it, and you reply to me, and I don't engage in that, well, guess what? I ain't going to go anywhere. You've got to dive in. You've got to be a part of it. You've got to want it. If you don't.
And that's what I love about our process, mate, as well,
Yeah,
you're right. All good. It was just
COVID-19 and all the homeschooling, mate. The internet.
All the homeschooling, the internet's killing. Yeah, that's right. But that's the big thing. That's what I love about it, mate. We got all the different lines of support that are. It's not here to steal your time. It's here to help you get those 1% shifts the right way through staying engaged and, like you said, immersing yourself in it, because it's a powerful thing, man. You start to be part of something that will help you raise and lift your standards. It's why we have the process we currently do. I'm not a hard ass, but we get thousands reach out every week, and the dads that we take on board are the ones that are incredibly committed and they're ready to go, and that's fine. When they're ready to go and they're genuine bloke, part of a team and committed, they're the three prerequisites. And
we go back to our first call, and I remember I emailed you at night, and then you texted me in the morning, and then you sent me some more emails. I was supposed to get on and fill the stuff out, but I didn't because I was working. And then but we went on, and then we engaged, and then to hear you say, like later on, there's plenty of blokes that don't get on there and they don't engage properly, they don't fill out the paperwork and this and that. And I'm like, I was one of them.
I think there was something about your email when you sent it at night. It was literally like one line. It was like, okay, mate, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do it. It was something like that. And I'd never had that email before. I get dads who might reach out and they share a bit of their story, or they talk about prices or features and all the shit that doesn't matter. It's about you and your commitment and willingness to change. And when you send that one liner, I could see the power in driving. I was like, okay, I think this guy, I don't know who he is obviously, but I think he's ready to rock and roll. Which is awesome, mate. Here we are. The rest is history.
Yeah, no, that's right. But yeah, it's funny. Like, it's just like, With me, like with anything, just get the blade down and go. That's the way you got to do it. You got to go. If you're going to do it, you got to have a good go at it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's just those two questions we ask at times, isn't it? How much time do you think you have? How much quality do you think you've had? And the hard part is, mate, I don't say it's sad. It's sad for the man because obviously he'll have regrets. It's not my life. I don't judge him, but it's too fucking late. It's too late, mate. You don't have to be 70 to die. There are so many people in the world that are already fucking dead, but they're still breathing.
Yeah.
Just don't know it yet, mate.
That's right.
Doesn't have to be that way, though. Certainly isn't for you anymore, that's for sure.
No, I love it. RDM for life.
Man, smoking. But if there's a dad listening to this, and I'm not about saying, hey, give Al a call and sign up, but if just advice, like there's a dad, because I like it coming from other men and just giving, some words of wisdom, their advice, their story, their journey. It doesn't have to always be my voice. That's why we do this. But I don't know, mate, like what's some advice you tell this man who might be listening and he's struggling to explore himself or map out his vision future? Like I don't know, what advice would you give a man who seems to be struggling?
Well, you need to be ready. If you want to be part of RDM, you need to be ready. You need to want to do it so you can actually execute it properly. But if you feel that that you need something different, because there's lots of men that are in RDM for different reasons, and it's just however you need to develop yourself, you can. But as far as weight loss and control and exercise and rehabilitation, mobility, and all that, like it's all in RDM. And I couldn't have done it on my own. Not a chance, I've tried it 45 years.
It's a big thing, isn't it? Like I get a lot of strong, proud men like yourself who reach out and they've had successes in different parts of life. But the thing is, and I've got nothing wrong with personal success, mate, but there's self-made doesn't exist. No one walks out of the womb wiping their own ass. We've all had someone look after us at some stage of our life. And I think that's the big thing you touch on there. You don't have to go it alone. Doesn't have to be with the RDM. Maybe there's some other mentors, coaches, programs. I don't know, but you're right. Like across the board, every aspect of your life, vision where you're actually going, point A to point B, nourishing, moving the body, the environment, the coaching, keeping aligned, staying disciplined and building that momentum. We don't lose, man. I'm very competitive. We make sure we're the best in all of that. We don't leave any holes. But it's all because we're together. Not going it alone. That's a big takeaway for me, even for me, with the dads that inspire me. I see your ping in the morning. Beauty, I'm about to jump into a session with rowing, push-ups and some dumbbells, unreal, and that inspires me. Instead of pulling at a certain rate on the roller, I actually pull a little bit harder and I push a little bit harder. And it's fascinating, mate, isn't it? How much we can tap into energy when we're around the right energy.
Oh, it's awesome. It's unbelievable. Like like there's blokes you've never even met, but you engage with every day. It's phenomenal. It really is.
It's something I'm blessed to be part of, mate, as well. We
all are.
It's incredible. No one man, including myself, is bigger than what this is. That's for sure. But, mate, it's awesome. What lies ahead? We're going to catch up in 6 months and have another chat at Christmas time, my man. What lays ahead for the rest of the year, mate, for yourself? What you want to achieve, and any final thoughts?
Oh well, I survived the cold winter, and then launched into spring, and really get down to around my goal, which is not 100% certain what that is, but probably at least another 15 to 20 kilos, and just keep improving myself.
Outstanding, mate, and it's been awesome having you on, Gaz. Thanks for giving us your time too, mate, and sharing some of your thoughts. I really love the ones that you're talking about. It, changing yourself and environment. There's some massive things, mate, and how it's helped you with your life as well. It's been unreal.
Oh, absolutely, and mate, I really appreciate the opportunity, and thank you.
It's great men like you that make RDM what it is, mate. That's something that I say every single day, and it humbles me. There's no room for ego or bullshit on my end, otherwise we'd lose. I love being part of the journey, man. It's so good. It seriously gets me up. Like I see them, it's like these dads winning. It's unreal. It really is, awesome, mate. it brings its own level of fulfillment for me, mate, that my children can't bring. You know, there's different areas we talk about it, family, self, and service, and it's a different type of fulfillment and significance in seeing other men and men in the tribe and dads win. You know, and that's what I love, mate. It's something that doesn't feel like work for me, even though I bust my ass. It's good. It's worth it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's awesome. It really is. The environment, you just can't compare it.
Mm. We'll get that camping trip down. Yeah, we'll get down to Bright soon, mate. We'll get that. I wanted to get the fellas together in April, but it didn't happen, unfortunately, because of the COVID. But I'll definitely be there soon, as soon as we're allowed, mate.
No worries. I'll take you up in the hills.
Yeah, we'll do some hiking. I'll need some hiking boots. They look pretty flash, mate. Very flash.
Yeah, got some good grip on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, kept plenty of traction down the hills.
Yeah, I was going to use one. I was going to use one.
Bring an old pair of footy boots.
I was going to say, yeah, old footy boots. Use my genetics, mate. Just use the old barefoot. You reckon that won't work?
No, you cut the shreds.
That's
We're a
great
bit
having you.
softer than the people that used to walk around the hills in barefoot.
Sorry?
We're a bit softer than the people that used to walk around the hills in barefoot.
I think so, mate. I think so. Absolutely. But it's been awesome having you on, mate. Thanks again for joining us.
No worries, mate. Absolute pleasure.
No, it's been an awesome episode. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. It's great to hear from some of the other men and dads inside of RDM and their story, what they've gone through, what they're living and breathing. Real men, real fathers. Like, this isn't about stage ready or Mr. Olympia or you know, no disrespect, mate. Try to get movie actors on board, although Gaz looks better than him anyway, mate. Nicely polished with that beard and that hair. But it's something with you. This is 3 weeks. Look at me. 3 weeks growth. You can't. Those listening on the podcast, don't look up the video. You'll be disappointed. I barely have a moustache. I'm half Italian. My ancestors will be rolling in their graves. But, it's been awesome having you on, mate. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time. Any passing dad jokes, mate? I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'm having a bad.
Yeah. Being Friday, it hasn't been any flying around today.
Yeah, we'll have to jump on straight after this, mate, and roll some out.
Yeah, that's right. Good on you, mate.
Outstanding. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us, and tune in for next time on another episode of Real Dad Movement. We'll see you soon.